Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Brennan Poole, who will be driving the number 6 Chevrolet for JD Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. This is your first full-time season since 2020 in the Cup Series, but this is also your first full-time season in Xfinity since 2017.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've always loved the Xfinity Series, and it's always a lot of fun, and the competition's always tight. So I'm just excited and to have the opportunity to drive for Johnny. He's been in the Xfinity Series for 20 years. It's such an iconic team, really, in our sport, and to get that opportunity and drive for him and add to the names of just like great drivers, Ross Chastain, Landon Castle, Ryan Preece, those guys all drove for him, and to be one of those guys to also have the opportunity to do that is pretty special. So I'm really thankful for the opportunity, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got to race a few races together at the end of last year, and man, at the mile and a half tracks, we were really fast. In Texas, we were really fast. Got up to ninth and got caught up in a crash there at the end of the race, and then Miami, we had a great run, ran 12th for a lot of the race, and struggled on a green flag stop and finished 14th, but man, we had really good speed, and so those weekends were a lot of fun for me, and I think a lot of fun for the team, and we certainly want to do more of that this year, and continue to try to make the cars go as fast as they possibly can, and try to put ourselves in some good positions throughout the year to get some strong runs for Johnny. And I think we're going to be quick at the super speedway races. The 16 was really fast. I mean, they qualified in the top 10 all 4 speedway races last year, so I'm excited to see what we can do at those races, and hopefully we stay out of trouble for this first one at Daytona, and try to put ourselves in a position at the end of it for something really cool to happen. But again, I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I get along well with all the guys. I get along great with Johnny, and we had so much fun last year for the 3 races we did get to run together, that I think we're all just really looking forward to working together this year and seeing what we can accomplish.
Yeah, so let's you've been doing this for a while, but in the past few years, really, you've been able to take a lot of teams, a lot of smaller teams, and you've been able to do well with a lot of them. Seeing you in the car with Mike Harmon Racing, JD Motorsports. What is that like? It's just like going to teams and really performing the program, and maybe doing a lot with a little.
Well, I think for me, I've just learned over the years that when I get in the car, I just get every little bit out of it I can get out of it. And I just drive it as hard as I can, pretty much the whole time. And I think that's helped me with a lot of the pace, but also just the experience I've learned over the years. The little things from when I first started to where I'm at now. When I first came into the Xfinity Series, I was racing a few races here and there. I mean, if you go back and look in 2013, I think I raced 4 ARCA races, and in 2014, I got to race a few more times. I think I ran like 6 or 7 races, and but I was still able to win races to kind of just keep me involved and hope I would get an opportunity. And I'm very thankful for Harry Scott, giving me that opportunity he gave me, which sort of gave me all the opportunity I had it there and with Ganassi over the next couple of years. Wouldn't have happened without him. But so I'm thankful for that time in my life. But when those first years, I mean, man, I was learning so much. I mean, to go running from 4 ARCA races in a year to racing against Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, and I mean, I was sort of, I was just behind. I had a lot to catch up on. So, I think at the end of my last year in 2017, I was really in the championship fight. It was, coming down to Homestead, and kind of got taken out at Phoenix. But I really felt like I was finally at the point in my career after getting that first full-time year under my belt, and then the second year where I was just finally figuring out what I needed to do to win Xfinity races. So and then from there, it was kind of a little bit of a battle, and I got to race with On Point Motorsports in 2019 in the 30 truck, and man, I just had so much fun working with those guys. And I think I was able to take what I had learned and sort of add on to what they were trying to do, and we really felt like we could be a team that could win races, and we came close and finished second to Kyle Busch at Charlotte, but we had a lot of runs, a lot of top 10 finishes together for a small team that we were running on, a really, really small budget compared to the bigger teams. I feel like we did an amazing job, and we got to race, another part-time schedule together the following year when I, got the cup opportunity. But I really got that just through the same thing, what we were able to accomplish together on the 30 truck. That kind of gave me the opportunity, to get to Sundays. And, and that deal too, I just tried to do the best job that I could, and take care of the car, and get finishes at the end of the day that were good for the team. And, and I felt like I did that. And we had a lot of great runs, finished top 10 at Talladega, 16th in the Daytona 500. So I had a lot of good experiences over on that deal. But after that, it was tough. I broke my wrist going into 2021, and the plan was to run a bunch of races, try to go full time with Bones in the On Point team. And but I was hurt, man. I had surgery. I have a plate in this wrist now. I have like a huge scar right here. You kind of see it. So
Yeah.
it took me out for like the whole year. I got to run one race at Texas just to see if I could do it, and I was still pretty, I was still hurting a little bit. But after I got through a tough, difficult 2021, 2022 last year started. And Mike Harmon called me early in the year and about doing something with him. And, I felt like it was a great opportunity to still show, sort of what I was able to do, and behind the wheel of a race car. So I'm very thankful for Mike giving me that chance, because I basically been out for a whole year, and it's very tough to claw your way back in. And, so through that opportunity, we had a lot of amazing qualifying efforts that got us in the race. And, I'm fortunately, it also got me some opportunities in the G2G truck, in the 46 truck, and I ran some races for them last year. And as they're trying to build that program and do that deal. And I'm gonna probably maybe try to run a couple races for them this year if they need me to. So that should be a fun deal. But Mike gave me that opportunity, and man, we qualified 19th at Charlotte. And we got in at Vegas and Martinsville and some of these other tracks. And I think it just maybe caught the attention of some guys in the garage. I think it certainly did with Johnny. And by the end of the year, we were able to work out a deal where I could run those three races at the end of the year. And yeah, I mean, we just things went well, and and we liked working together, and it worked out for me to get this opportunity. So I'm super grateful for it, because I love racing. I mean, this is all I've wanted to do. This is all I've done my whole life. And to be able to be one of those 38 guys to race is just, it's so difficult to be one of those guys. It's so rare. It's very special. And so every time I get in the race car, I'm like, man, this is just it's a special moment to be one of these guys. And it's the same thing for me when I ran on Sunday. I mean, there's 40 guys that get to do it in the world, and to be one of those guys is just like, it's just like an unreal thing. It's just like
Yeah.
the odds of being one of those guys. It's crazy. So I feel very blessed and very fortunate that I have done the things that I've been able to do, but it's continued to push me to want to stay here and want to do it. I still want to win races, because it's in my heart, and that's what I want to do. So hopefully, this year we can continue to build Johnny's program, and have a shot at some of the super speedways, and continue to try to make our mile and a half and short track programs better. And see what we can do. I think realistically we're probably like 18th to 22nd on raw speed on average on most race weekends. But you never know. You have stuff go your way, and you never know where you can find yourself. That's why we race, because crazy things happen. But I feel like we're in a good place, and the team's in a good place, and we're trying to just grow together, grow our relationship, and try to do what racers do, and that's get the most out of everything that we've got to work with. And continue to find more partners, and grow the team. Johnny's been working so hard, and he's been in the sport for so long. And he's due a win, he's due some victory. So I feel like this year we've got as good a shot as anybody, at some of these places to make something happen. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm so thankful to be able to race full time. It means so much to me, to be one of those guys to race every week. And I think it just helps the team and helps the program, because we can all work together, and we can all work to grow our partnerships, our relationships, and then also within the team week to week to find speed and build that speed, and build what we need together, in order to be as competitive as we want to be.
Will we see the Eric Estep face car on Thanksgiving?
I hope so. I hope so. I love Eric, and I love working with him, and we had so much fun at Phoenix doing that last year at the end of 2022. That was a blast. We had a difficult race, so I would like for that to happen again, but we'll see. I think it's something we'd certainly like to do again, and so hopefully we're able to make that happen.
Yeah, so you talk about partnering with YouTubers like this. It's where this interview is actually going to be. What's it like to partner with one of the top YouTubers in all of NASCAR?
Well, it's just crazy. I love YouTube myself. I filmed vlogs for a while, the beginning part of my career. I love making videos and generating content. It's just fun for me. I feel like I'm a guy that really respects those types of creators because it's so difficult to do and so hard to do on a consistent basis, especially when you have other things going on in your life. So Eric does an amazing job, and for him to have built his following to like over 200,000 subscribers is just like, man, it's amazing. And I think it's super important to have guys like that in the sport. And so getting to spend that time with him and see how he works and thinks about the sport, and kind of see his thoughts and opinions and stuff, and just getting to spend time with him and his family and his parents at the race, like all those things were just really, really cool. And it was a lot of fun. It was just a special deal. And I've enjoyed getting to know Eric over the end of last year, and obviously we talk a little bit more now than we did before. And I've been on his show a few times through COVID 2020 and all that stuff. So it's just been fun building that friendship with him. But yeah, I mean, those guys are important, and YouTube is, man, it's just a great platform for guys to grow their audience and express themselves and share their opinions and how they feel about the sport. So for me, that's been a really, really cool partnership. And yeah, I'm hoping we can do some more of that stuff this year, and we'll see what happens. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about that relationship. We've become friends, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens with all that.
Yeah, for sure. Going full time again, is it going to be just focus on one team? I know you ran with this team a few races last year, but to get to run the whole season with these guys, how big is that for you?
Yeah, it's just huge. I mean, the seat time for me is just super important after, sort of coming off of a year where I didn't get to race that much. So, getting to be able to be in, week out, work with the guys, build up our notebook together, and find the speed and start clicking off consistent races together is the key. But I feel like we're going to be able to do that. We had the speed, the mile and a half stuff. We need to work on finding some a little bit more pace at some of these tracks like Phoenix. We struggled, but that's a place that we know we need to be better. So we're already coming, those game plans and stuff are already in motion. So we just work together on doing that. But it's just it's important to have that and have that consistency. It's important for a crew chief and the team and all the guys to know, who their team is, who their driver is, and be able to work together towards one goal. And I think for us, we really like to try to run in the top 20 every week. We know there's going to be some weeks where it might be a challenge because that's racing, right? You're not going to hit it perfect every week, but we certainly strive to do that, and our goals are to do that. And if we can be in position to win a race at a super speedway or somewhere else where we played the strategy right and have tires at the end of a race or something like that, then that's what we're going to try to do. Fortunately for us, we're able to kind of do a little different things on tires and strategies and stuff like that than maybe some of the other teams can because of where we're going to be running. But I think that's an advantage. So we try to use that to the best of our abilities to try to make something happen and get great results. But I feel like we're going to have good speed. And like I said, Texas, we were really fast. I mean, we were a top 15 car pretty much the whole race, and Miami was the same way. So I feel good about our mile and a half track speed. Obviously, I feel good about our super speedway stuff. That's just kind of a you got to be smart there, stay out of trouble, and things can happen, can go your way. So feel good about that. But I think some of the short track stuff, and we'll see about road courses. A lot of new road courses on the schedule. Some places I've never been to before. So places I have to learn, and some of those will be challenges. But we'll tackle them head on and just try to do the best that we can and learn and grow together. And but I feel good. We just have the whole team and myself and my crew chief and everybody. We just we have a really strong relationship. My spotter this year is going to be Britt Anderson. He spotted for me back in the ARCA days. We've won races together, so excited to get back together with him and work together this year. He's spots for Todd Gilliland on the Cup side, and was spotted for Christian Eckes in the trucks over the last several years, and spotted for him in ARCA. So he's a really good guy, and I have a good relationship with him. We've spent time together and hung out away from the racetrack. So that connection and relationship is strong too. So I feel like I got a lot of guys on the team that are on my side, and trust me and believe in me, and that makes all the difference. And as I've driven for a lot of different teams, a lot of different people over the years, when I've been with individuals that were behind me and believed in my abilities and trust me, we always had a lot of success. So I feel very excited to work with the team where I really feel like they're behind me and believe me. And I think it showed with our mile and a half results for the first two races I got to run with Johnny. So we just want to build off of that. And like I said, continue to just grow our notebook together, build our relationship, make it stronger, and come out strong these first five races of the year, and go through the West Coast swing and have some good runs. But I feel good about it. But at the end of the day, it's racing, and anything can happen, and you never know. But we're certainly feel good about the year, and feel good that we'll be able to hit our goals and do what we need to do.
All right. Well, Brennan Poole, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this season, and best of luck at Daytona in a few
Yeah,
weeks.
man. Yeah, man. No problem. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.